Go.
Now everybody knows that I love to drink. This one right here is hard to drink because it's so many licorice. He put awesomeness in here. It's called the 7 C's. It's not even on the menu. It's a secret drink. And now him and I are friends, and he's gonna come and hang out with us tonight, maybe. Hey, let's go.
What's up, everybody? It's Neverland Nate coming at you. Drunk Disney Dads coming from Neverland Nate's Enchanted Tiki Porch. I don't know why I keep playing the video of me, dead on the ground. I guess it's just kind of funny, and now it's nostalgic, so it's kind of something that I just have to keep doing. Kind of like, putting up funny pictures of myself when I broke my nose. That time I wore a dress. Like that time. Remember that? Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I don't remember that, but I'm glad you all do. So what's happening? What's going on? It's good to see everybody. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Disney Dave wasn't feeling well tonight, and Sean is stuck in traffic, so I'm going to be your host for a little while. And I wanted to show you a couple of things and talk about a couple of things tonight, and kind of like skip off the agenda a little bit. We'll obviously take stories. We'll obviously take people when and if they want to come in and tell us about their escapades or their fun times that they have at Disney or what they prefer to do at Disney and things like that. But I did bring up some stuff from this past week. I was able to get there for Disney Plus Day, and I wanted to share with you guys some of the swag that they had and cool things they had to do. So first of all, when you walked in, they gave you this cool hat, which obviously no one would ever wear, except for the people who were running around wearing them, and a cool pin. Those were on eBay starting at about $75 the other day, and some were selling, but you know how that kind of stuff goes. And then I did play a little bit of a game while I was there where I had some magnets with me that I hid around, and I wanted to see if anybody here had found any of them. This was the first one that I hid. If you're not familiar as to where this was, this is the sign outside of the kiosk where you get the violet sake in Japan. For some reason, I was not looking for metal to stick these to. I just wanted to lean them on things because I thought that the metal would really catch people's attention. And I was trying not to have janitors come by and grab them and stuff like that. So that was the first one that I had out there. This is the second one. This was like no one would have ever found this if I didn't go into the comments and say where it was. But this was, if you're looking at the stage at the American Pavilion where the bands play, this was on one of those electricity caps that was on the ground. So I just kind of like went boop and dropped it down like that. The third one that I did, so this is where the trains are outside of Germany. It wasn't sticking to the barrel, but I did find a way to like kind of stick it in there, and it kind of looked like it blended a little bit because there was a stroller in the way. And people were watching me do that one. I did it right in front of a cop, and they didn't say anything. So I just waited till she walked by and I just left it there. And then where was the other one I did? 1, 2, 3. Where's the fourth one? I'll have to find out where the fourth one is in the pictures that I have up here. But I wanted to show you guys how I prepared to go, obviously with Scotty's Vodka out of Maryland. Huge shout out to Scotty's Vodka. Thank you very much for supporting us. And just to show you guys that I do go in there pretty heavy. That is about 3/4 of the way full. I do put a little bit of Mio in there and a bunch of ice to keep it cold, and then fill a splash of water on top. And obviously, while I was in um, thus said fun place, I did do tequila flake. I did like the palate cleansing tomato shot a lot more last few times I did it. This time it wasn't as fun for me to do. And I got to say that the shot flight that they let you walk out with, so this is the to-go shot flight if you haven't done it. But when you go inside, they give you a lot more shots to go with, and then you get to eat the crickets and things like that at the end. Which, I mean, there's nothing really good about it. It actually tastes terrible. But so that's how the Disney Plus day went at Epcot. Really busy. This whole week has been super busy at Epcot. The lines have been absurd. For anybody that has been there, and some of you guys that I did see there, the lines waiting for all the countries, as well as all the kiosks in the countries, were pretty crazy. And of course, this weekend is the last weekend that Food and Wine Festival is going on. So we thought it would be busy, but I mean, by 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can't walk in there. It's you're elbow to elbow. So if you do want to go, I would suggest get there early. We do have some friends that are in town right now that are going to be frequenting the parks here over the next couple of days. We have made recommendations for them to go there as early as possible, get everything done that they want to get done, and just try to get. Of course, Remy's. I found Remy's to be really easy. If you go into the app in the morning, right at 7 or 6:58, keep hitting refresh, keep hitting refresh, keep hitting refresh until 7 o'clock. Keep hitting refresh. It kicks you right in, and as long as you have your party selected before you start, which isn't that hard to do, it just you join a virtual queue. Here's your party that you select, and then you just keep hitting refresh. It kicked me right in, and I had boarding group 9. So the hours were a little bit different on Disney Plus Day because they have you get in there at they open the park an hour early, so all the time slots were bumped up an hour. So just keep that in mind if you do head over there. And obviously, Christmas decorations were aplenty while we were there. They had a bunch of cool magic shots that I tried to upload. Let me see if I can't pull one up here for you now. And I wanted to get everybody else's thoughts about, have you started decorating for Christmas yet? Are you just like, no way, I'm not doing it till after Thanksgiving, in the morning after Thanksgiving? Is that when you start? Like, who starts when? What do you do? What do you like to do? What do you prefer? I mean, I'm playing Christmas music right now. There you go, one for Christmas. I'm not playing it loud because then they end up shutting us down and copyright and removing everything. So, but I've been out buying Christmas albums to replenish some of the stuff that I had not replenished, but to add to the collection of Christmas albums that I already have going. I like to make breakfast in the morning while listening to Christmas music. And of course, when I'm doing work, like my actual job, I do listen to Christmas music while that's happening. Either that or I have Friends on in the background. For some reason, Friends has taken off for me lately, and I'm watching tons of it. I think I'm over the last 3.5 weeks. I think I'm on season 8. It's somewhere in the mid episodes, low teens, low 20s, something like that. So, what's everybody else been watching? Have you started your Hallmark movies? Are you anybody getting into the swing, or is that just not a part of what everybody has going on? Let's see, what else did I do this week? Mother-in-law's in town. We took a trip down to I don't want to say southern Florida, but I think it was about 140 miles from where we are now in Northport. So cool little town. Great atmosphere. Of course, it's a super Walmart, a Ross, Marshalls, and all that kind of stuff in town. I think I heard it was 54,000 people and 254 police officers. So that was kind of crazy to me, especially living up in Claremont where we have tons of people and tons of cops everywhere. We haven't really been to many other parks. Epcot's really been the one because that's where everybody tend to be this week when we had friends in town, and that's where we were meeting, besides if we went to over to Trader Sam's or something like that. So Yeah. Let's see. What else did I take pictures of for you guys this week? Oh, here it is. Here's number 4. Let me see if I can bring this up for you real quick. Let's see if you guys can figure out where it is. So this one was in China. I'll let you know that. I'm sure. And once you see it, you might have a better idea as to where it was. I'm sure everybody's walked by it a million times. It's on desktop. Pull it up for you real quick. Yeah, so what are you guys all doing today? What'd you guys do this weekend? How was everybody's weekend? What'd you do? Still waiting on funny stories. Feel free to send me funny stories. 4. Oh, I can hear Magic Kingdom fireworks right now. So where I live, you can walk out to the end of my driveway. So real quick, this is where the 4th one was that we hid. Those are the kids and the wife sitting below that spot right there. Another magnet. Seems like everything in Disney is not really metal. It's like pretend metal or fake metal or some kind of aluminum. But it wasn't sticking to stuff. We do have another magnet that was stuck this past weekend. We did the Claremont candy cane stroll, I believe, or candy cane party of some kind, where the kids got to see Santa and Mrs. Santa, sit in a sleigh, ride a horse, and there were vendors up and down the street. I can't say enough awesome things about Claremont and how awesome they make everything here. There's always a festival every weekend in downtown. And our favorite spot, Sud Saloon, I stuck one of our magnets to a piece of metal in there. So if you head over to Sud Saloon, make sure you try and find that because it's always fun to find hidden things. And they were all free, so I was just giving them out. I gave out a bunch of swizzles this week, too. We're starting to run a little bit low on swizzles. We've had a lot of people pick some up, and I think I have 2 of the other magnets left. Sean did check into the other magnets. We have, I think we ordered 100 or 150. They're bigger. And the company said, oh, yeah, the graphic wasn't big enough, but never notified us. So they've just been on order. And so now we have to wait another week for those. But also I wanted to share something. So I like rum. Everybody knows that. So I went out and I bought those spherical ice cubes. So I bought a spherical ice cube maker. I haven't opened these yet. But it makes 4 at a time. Basically, you just put the plastic together or the rubber together. You pour water into each one, and I figured that's what I would drink out of tonight. If I can open this and see if they're cool. I mean, they're definitely cold. I mean that way, but I mean, oh, that is pretty neat. Check it out. It's a spherical ice cube. So I'll drop that in my drink. I'll get a bunch of you guys watching. I'm not getting any comments. Talk to me. What's happening? I'm going to go with some real McCoy. Pour that right over this bad boy tonight. Mamma jamma. See what we can do. So, see how it behaves. Big loud car just walked by. So it does crack a little bit. But, no, it looks pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it. I can probably tilt the camera down a little bit. So it does sit in my bob pretty well. Just to give you a little bit of a cooling aspect. But yeah, pretty neat cubes. It makes 4 at a time. So I'll sit on those 3 for a few minutes while I sit here and just blabber to you guys about what I did this week and how drunk I got. We also did SeaWorld. We did SeaWorld the other day. That was a good time. We like SeaWorld. The thing I like about being an annual pass holder at SeaWorld is that you get 20% off of food and drinks. So that includes alcohol. And it's 40% off all merchandise. So shirts, anything you want to buy for the kids, toys and things like that. That's all 40% off. But, you walk up, you get hot dogs and fries and chicken nuggets and stuff like that for the kids. And it's all no charge. Let's see. What else? If I can find anything from SeaWorld. See, I collected pictures to show you guys, and none of them popped up. It's weird. So they did magic shots with Groot. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and then they had a Magic Plus, a TV sign that you hold up and you just stand behind. It's kind of weird. It was just a Magic Plus thing. It wasn't anything more extravagant. Hold on 1 second. I'll break these pictures in because they weren't. Whew, it does taste good cold though. All right, now it's saying that I just dropped 6 pictures in when I only did 3. So I'm just going to select. Oh, good. These are all JPEGs too. So let's do this. Do export. Export selected images. And I'll show you what we were able to find or get done. We had a lot of fun. Shoots. All right. So, a second, I'll bring them in as overlays. See what we can get done here. All right. So downloads. There they are. Oh, now they're doubled. So I really look like an ass clown now because these were already in here, but they weren't really. So over by Nemo, they were doing a bunch of pictures. They had 2 PhotoPass photographers set up. It was extremely busy. The line was really long. But this is the magic shot that they did, where they say, "Hold your hands out," and everybody looks down, and there's Groot. Let's see. Then they had one. Here's the silly one. I thought it's just a Disney Plus Day, TV frame that they had up. They had a Huey, Dewey, and Louie shot where they say, "Look over there and look surprised." For some reason, I was looking directly over to, and everybody else was kind of like looking at them. And then they have a Visa card member PhotoPass opportunity inside, and it used to be where you would see one or two of the Fab Five characters would be in there to take a picture with. Obviously, with COVID restrictions still in place, they don't have anybody sitting in there anymore. But the PhotoPass photographer does take you around, take a bunch of cool pictures, singled out the kids and stuff like that. And it was a 50th anniversary where it's just look over at this curtain kind of a deal. And yeah, that's how that all went. I think there might be something wrong with the comments because none of them are coming through. Somebody hit me up on Facebook Messenger if you're having problems, and if I haven't put your comment up, I haven't gotten any in here yet, which I'm assuming would be wrong because there's usually somebody yelling at me and telling me I'm silly about something. Or let me try to do. Oh, there's one. Okay, here we go. I don't see any comments. There we go. Okay, well, hi Heather. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. Yeah, all right. Well, nobody's talking to me, I guess. Does that mean I'm just kind of talking to myself tonight? Yeah. What else did we do? Talked about going to Gatorland. We didn't make it. We went to Suds. We saw Sin and Mrs. Claus. So of the two ladies that have commented, tell me a funny story that I can tell the class to let them know like how much something ridiculous that's happened to you at Disney. Ray, I probably know most of your stories, but I'll say them out loud only if you type them because I don't want to say stuff that I don't want to put anything out there that's not that you don't want people knowing about, which I don't really know what there would be. But you haven't fallen there. You haven't fallen down or anything like that. Heather, tell us a funny story about Disney besides your daughter getting stuck, her seatbelt stuck, and you had to call the fire department and we're in the parking lot for 45 minutes. Because I know that one too. Drank too much free kava and threw up. When did you drink too much free kava? Where was free kava at? When did that happen? So every time I'm in there, it's like, I'm like, I want the flight. And they're like, yeah, it's $36. I'm like, can I have a beer? They're like, all right, it's $60 now. I'm like, what? How did that happen? Yes, we went to SeaWorld. SeaWorld was fun. Doubles and sodas at SeaWorld. are $11.99 before discount. So $11.99, 20% off. So you're really paying like $10, 9 change, for doubles and soda at SeaWorld if you are at Lounge at Lounge at the Tower at the Contemporary. Yeah, so that's a good story. No, I wasn't there. Was I at the Lounge at the Contemporary? I thought what lounge? That wasn't Contemporary. Where were we? I actually just put a pair of trauma scissors in my trunk. Now, there you go. Just don't lock your keys in the trunk, and then you can't get in there, because then that would be terrible as well. Ray, I think you were at a different hotel. I'm pretty sure we were at Coronado. I think that was Coronado. Yes, Coronado. Okay, I'm like, wow, who are you with? That's cool. Yes, so we came back from swimming. We were by the pool having some drinks. It was probably 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and a gentleman and his wife came into the elevator and like, hey, what are you guys up to? And we were literally in bathing suits, and we had the kids with us. And we were like, going back to our room, dry off, maybe go get some drinks. And so he's like, oh, why don't you guys come up to the VIP lounge with us? And we were like, okay, is that cool? Like, is that copacetic? Can we do that? They're like, yep, we can bring people. Yeah, come on with us. So he brought us up there, and we walked right in bathing suits, and they like scanned him at the front, and they didn't say anything to us. And we just walked in, and the people were like, hey, what's going on? And we were like, nothing. Like, tell us all about this. And they were like, yeah, the kids can watch TV and play over there with blocks and books. And they had a ton of stuff for the kids to do. And Ray started drinking, and I started, because everything was free. It was free food. It was free. It was mostly at that point, because it was getting dark. It was mostly snacks and treats for the kids, cookies, pastries. They had a little bit of finger food and tons of cordials and drinks. So I don't even remember what the name of the stuff that I got was. Man, it was an orange bottle too. It was not orange. It was like yellowish. It was like a yellowish cordial, but I was doing shot after shot after shot of that. And then we went back to the hotel room, and I don't know, we were only there for about an hour, hour and a half. We went back to the hotel room, which we were staying in the tower at that point. Luckily, we didn't have to go to like the casitas or something like that. And Ray crawled into the bathroom, and she was being sick. And if you haven't been in those bathrooms, it's actually cool because the sink area is separated from the toilet area. So the toilet has its own sliding door, and you're just in there. And she wasn't feeling well and being sick. So I like, hey, what can I do? And she's like, nothing. And she just crawled out like on all fours and curled up underneath the sink area. So I ran and got her a pillow. And I was like, it's like 9. It's time to rage. And she's like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I was like, all right, well, listen, I'm going to go. I'm going to come back later. And I left for like 2.5 hours with my oldest. And we went out and raged for a while, and then came back, and she had made it to bed. So that was a good story. Sometimes I forget about that one until you bring it up, and then I laugh. Heather says, story, I stayed at a non-Disney resort, went to leave the room, and the doorknob came off in my hand. Stuck in the hotel room, had to call for help. They needed to unbolt the door to get me out. You have really bad luck with getting stuck in place. How long did it take them to get out? And what non-Disney resort was it? I think we want to tell everybody so that when they get there, they need to jiggle the handle, which is actually a good band. I remember those guys. Yeah, what resort was that? One of the reasons I don't recommend staying off the resorts is because, oh yeah, there you go. I did say that. You actually said you have to wake up if the baby cries. Promise. Well, you promised me, and that's why I left. Not staying at a Disney resort, you don't get the free transportation. You don't get that feeling like you're immersed in it. I always tell my clients, if you're going to do it. You're not saving that much money. By the time you add in transportation, by the time you add in parking, because you're going to need a rental car if you're going to be staying off-site, I mean, you're going to be paying $20 a night probably. It's really not worth it for the extra few dollars you're going to get to stay and get the free transportation, whether you're staying at Pop or one of the All-Stars and taking the Skyliner, which is also Riviera and Caribbean Beach as well, or the free buses, which run every few minutes to take you to every park. Life in general, you have no idea. Yeah, but tell us what hotel it was so we could tell people not to stay there. That's we don't want people to be staying at resorts where things fall. Also, let me run this banner again because Zach is still making um, a donation every time somebody buys one of these packages, which is $30. We're running out of shirt sizes, so if I don't have your size, you might have to wait a little bit for us to get more in stock. But we still do have blue, pink. I think we have one orange left, and of course we have the black ones. And we're going to be doing a raffle soon where it's going to be $2. It's a $2 entry. $2 gets you one entry into one of these free packages. So we'll send you a shirt, a swizzle, and a magnet, and I'll do a shot, which is always fun for me because then I win, and then it's going to cost, whatever it is to send it out to you guys. But we're going to be doing that soon. Stay tuned for a post about that. And also, don't forget that Zach is still doing. We have partnered up with Zach on Give Kids the World Village, which is he's donating tons of Nintendo Switches to kids that are in need who can't afford it and things like that for the holidays. So we wanted every time that somebody buys one of those packages, we will send it over to him, and he will donate money as well towards the fund for Give the Kids. So, what else? More stories. Tell me more. Tell me more about what you guys did this weekend, or funny stories about Disney, or where you like to stay, where you don't like to stay. I'm just gonna wing it tonight. I'm not really gonna go by it. So I would say that this ice cube isn't adding much like water to it at all. I really like the fact that it's staying. Well, it's probably still 4/5 or 3/5 the size of what it was when we started the show. I'd say that the weather out here on the porch right now is about probably 65 degrees outside tonight. All right, Mario is 2 weeks away. Bay Lake Tower bound. Nice. Are you celebrating anything, Mario, while you're down here? What are you doing? What's your story? How long are you staying? Did you get any dining reservations that you were looking forward to, or things like that? Had friends get ogas for today as well, which is super hard to get, but they were able to get in there to get some drinks this afternoon. And both of my friends that are there today said at Epcot said that it's an absolute zoo. Obviously, Oga's is in Hollywood Studios, so what's the other thing I've been drinking? Oh, also, if anybody here is on the low carb kind of a kick, like a lot of us are trying to do, just because holidays are coming up and we don't want to overdo it for the holidays, I've been doing Corona Premiers, which are 2.6 grams and 90 calories. And then the Michelob Ultra have 2.9 and 96 calories, I believe. Both of them taste fantastic with lime, so you're not missing out by having any of those. I would highly recommend either one of those. Let's see. Oh, there's Sean, right there. Yeah, no, he's not in the stream, but he is right there, making funny faces. There he is. That was from Halloween. I just like bringing up those pictures because I play pictures of myself as down on the ground. What else? Yeah, I didn't really have a whole ton to throw at you guys tonight. Yes, sir. Topolino's Terrace, which is one of the character breakfasts that is still going on, along with Chef Mickey's and a couple of others. Steakhouse 71. Oh, all right. So I've been hearing everybody I know that has gone to Steakhouse 71 said it is one of the best steaks they've ever had. Not just steaks, but food experiences they've had. Period. They redid the wave at the bottom of Bay Lake Tower at the Contemporary Resort. No, I'm sorry. It's at the Contemporary Resort main building on the bottom. They redid Wave, so now it is Steakhouse 71. And first time using your Bay Lake Tower points. That's. Did you buy that? Did you buy that contract new, or did you buy that one on the secondary market, Mario? Because I know that that's a very sought after place to stay. while I'm waiting for him, I wanted to show you guys. So Luxardo cherries are cherries that people use in tiki cocktails a lot, or in old fashions as well. I'm a rum old fashioned guy. I'm not really a bourbon or whiskey. Even when I'm drinking bourbon, besides this real McCoy, if it's soaked in bourbon barrels or casks, it kind of really sharp and gives me a lot of heartburn. And so I picked these up today. Filthy black cherries, wild Italian Amarena cherries, which is kind of along the same lines as the Luxardo. It's obviously Luxardo is the brand of the other ones, but these taste very similar, and they're more readily available than Luxardo. Instead of ordering on, let's see, had to go look. It's now called Grand Orlando Resort Celebration. I think it used to be a Sheraton. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Hello, Steve. How are you? I had 3 painkillers today and thought of you. That's very nice. Did they put nutmeg on it? Because I'm finding that a lot of people that are making painkillers are not adding nutmeg, or they don't have nutmeg around it. I mean, I'm literally going to be putting one of those graters in here with nutmeg so that I can make them for people here. Resale last December, 160 points. Glad we did this. This is before the big jump on price per point. We pay 145. That is a great price. It's a steal. The prices that they're going for right now, I've seen Animal Kingdoms that are up over $135, $140 a point. Polynesian is currently selling at about $190 to $195 a point, where when I bought it new, it was way less than that. And that was on a new contract. Although Poly, Riviera, and Aulani are the longest term contracts right now. But they do all have well, Riviera has a lot of stipulations, and you can't buy Poly new anymore unless you try to get it direct, but I'm sure it would be well over 200. Grand Floridian is now going for Grand Californian is going for well over 220, I believe, now on resale. Also, Steve, where did you get your painkillers from? Where were they made? So yeah, resale. The only thing you don't get is a blue card, and blue card gets you into the DVC lounge, which apparently the Epcot one, they did keep it open this year, but they're talking about closing it for next year. I don't know why, because they give away free stuff there, and it's actually really cool. They have chargers built into the seats and stuff like that, but they have that almost all over the parks now, for you to be able to charge as long as you have a cable on you. But we always bring one of those big block batteries, charge it up throughout the week, and then when we go to the parks, we would just throw it in the stroller, because the 4-year-old doesn't walk as fast as we need him to walk when we are walking around the parks and having fun. So cheers, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Anybody got any other trips coming up? Mario staying at Bay Lake Tower. Mario, how long are you here for, too? 2 weeks away. Yeah. How long are you staying in town? Let's see. What other specials have I heard about? There's an annual pass holder discount right now for rooms, and there's also a Visa card member room only discount at Disney right now. Both are about 25%. If you're staying at a deluxe, gets down to about 15% if you're staying at moderates. All right. So you're going to be here you're coming the day after Turkey Day. That's cool. Yeah, definitely hit me up. Let me know your schedule, and we'll come by the parks, have a drink with you. I hope you're bringing your gift card that you won, and then you can buy yourself one drink at Steakhouse 71, because that's probably not going to pay for your steak. But I heard it's not overpriced. Oh, has anybody done Space 220 yet? I know we talked about that the other week. I had some other fellow agents that just went yesterday and got into 220 and loved the experience. Said it was amazing as well. Let's see what else. I don't know. You guys tell me. Mario, you got any funny stories about getting hammered and like falling down or making an ass out of yourself? Here we go. My buddy goes on a Caribbean cruise every year, and there's a restaurant on one of the islands. The locals taught him how to make it, and he tried replicating it today. Very tasty, much better than the rail vodka, grape juice, and crab meat smoothie. Wow, nice. You know what? I'd probably try it. If it came out of Kava, I would probably do it. Yeah. So line for Kava when we were there. This time, so if at the top of the pyramid, it goes back. It's all ropes up there now. That's where I put the fifth magnet too. That's why I didn't have my wife do it. We just threw it right on top of the pyramid, the railing or walkway arm area when you walk by. We were about halfway upstairs before you start on the ramp is where the line started for us. By the time we left Kava, when we went outside to have our drinks, which avocado smoothies is what everybody in my family likes to drink. Well, not everybody in my family. I will say that my mother-in-law and my wife both had avocado smoothies. And when we went outside, the line was definitely getting backed up to there. So from inside, it was about 40 minutes, I want to say, till we got to the front. And then it's basically, you can ask them to sit down, but because of, I think it's 5-6 tables inside, you're probably not going to sit down anywhere close to the amount of time you really want to wait. After waiting 40 minutes, you don't want to sit out there for another half hour waiting for a table. So you can just walk up. They have about 5 bartenders that are there waiting for you. And then they have stacks of flights. So they just grab a flight, turn around and give it to you. And the smoothies, everything else is just pre-made. So they're just pouring them in to cups for you to get that line moving as fast as possible. It's crazy how long that line gets, because not a lot of people will wait for a table. Sometimes when you get down there, there'll be one family or one party waiting off to the side, because they have you sit right next to the fountain, and they tell you, we'll let you know when people leave. But you walk in, and it's like table, 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 and it's all 4 tops, and then a long table, which would accommodate like 8, and then there's 2 standing tables, and that's it. So just keep that in mind if you're going to go over to Kava. It's probably going to calm down now that Food and Wine's over. But if you have trips coming up, of course, it's going to be busy for Thanksgiving week, and then we're rolling right into the holidays. So I know Morio's coming down from the 27th to the 3rd. I know I've got 2 other clients that'll be in town over the holidays as well, before Christmas. So between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's going to get busy again, and then in about mid-February, it usually tails off. We were actually talking about it today, like how much more busy it is. Usually beginning the 2nd, 3rd week of November, it's really not that busy here because kids are back in school, everybody's working, everybody's doing that kind of stuff. But I mean, you're going on a Wednesday afternoon. I mean, it's been like you get there Wednesday at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and it's packed like it's a Saturday night. Or I will say that the pho was a really short line to get that. And again, I can't stress it enough. For $5.50, it's definitely the best value meal that they have, period, on property. It's a full bowl of broth, noodles, mushrooms, jalapenos, and beef, and it's spicy. It's a full meal. It will definitely fill you up. Work trips, yes. Disney, not yet. Does that mean you fell down when you were on a work trip? I mean, because that would be even worse. Obviously, a travel agent, I have been to all of our conferences, except for this year, the conference is going to be on a cruise, which I'm not going to be attending. But the last few have been at Disney, and our conventions are there, so you can imagine. They limit it to about 300 of us, so about 2,600 in the company that I work for, and you usually just see a bunch of MVP shirts walking around, and everybody's crooked. And let's see, open until the 20th. Maybe sneak one last visit in. Yeah, I mean, we can give it a shot. I don't care, as long as we can go after work. That's easy, obviously. Oh, I miss you too, Face Bokuzer. How are you? Where are you, in France? I miss you. That's nice. I like when people miss me. I'm here, though. I'm literally right here. You don't have to miss me. I'm right here. Again, there's a lot of tiki stuff going on in the community right now. I'm actually helping somebody grab a kiln tomorrow because they have to start their mugs. We have another really good friend that is doing a mug release in the coming days. I don't know how much that I can say about it. What's going on? He has been. Some things have been leaked on, or not leaked, but said on Facebook. Tammy, it's Tammy. Hi, Tammy. How are you? How you feeling? Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're doing good. I hope it's not cold up there. I heard it's been freezing up there. People are getting snow everywhere. It's one thing I don't miss about moving down here from southern Pennsylvania is the cold weather. This is cold for me, or us down here as Floridians, because I've been here for 2 weeks and 3 days, and I am now a Floridian. No, it's been 80 every day. I never wore sandals before unless I was on vacation, and now I have just these 2 big strips of tan on my feet. It's really funny. I can't find. I mean, I can look for flights for you. That's no problem. But staying somewhere, that's easy. We got you covered on that. That's not an issue. I'll just get here. Just drive, dude. $160 round trip to drive. Well, let's go. Do it. Oh, let's see what else. Ends on the 20th. Yeah, everything's holiday. There's a T-shirt that they were selling in Mexico. Apparently, is what they told us outside. But it was the after you get out of the countries, those kiosks on the right across from where the big shop is, where you buy all the seasonal things and all the Passover things and stuff that they have on sale or for the Food and Wine Festival. But there's one of those kiosks over on the right, and it's a shirt, and it's like 2 skeletons. It's almost like Day of the Dead type looking skeletons, and it's just a white shirt with black characters on it, and he's holding a shot. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. And of course they had it in, I think it was small and double X. So I was like, wow, well, I'm not getting this shirt because I am neither of those. And I was like, oh, you guys like replenishing this? And she's like, yeah, maybe if we get some more. And I was like, okay. And she said, well, even if it sticks around. I'm like, you can't, I mean, if you're selling out of like popular sizes, you should get more in stock, kind of like we do, There's a lot of misuse, and I know a travel agent. I do too. Chateau de Nant. Look at hearts. How do you drop hearts missing? Look at misuse and stuff like that. Let's see if we can't find anything funny. This was me. Remember that? Yep, I do. That happened. That was when I broke my nose. Just going through funny pictures now. Scotty Killwine. That was the old swizzle design. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of it. I don't really have much else. Mainstream Marty's Boozy Orange Bird. 1 ounce of orange liqueur, equal parts bourbon and ginger frail. Oh yeah, this is one of the Mark stuff. What's this? Download. Oh, okay. Nice. I like drinks. I think I'm going to be at Sam's this week. We have some friends in town. Tiki Don and his wife are in town, and it seems like that's going to be happening. I have quite a few. Yes, of course I do. But it's not about me. It's about you guys tonight. I've already talked enough about me. I haven't stopped talking because nobody else is here to talk with me. So yeah, I don't know. What else you want to talk about? What other stories you want to hear? Ask me. I'll tell you. I'll tell you all the places I've fallen down, blacked out, so whatever. But other than that, I mean, I don't want to keep dead air and have you guys get bored. I'm just gonna have another Corona, I guess. And see where you guys are at. What you guys want? See what you guys want to talk about. Yeah. That's it. It's 44 minutes. We did a good show. We'll put up a stream. Hopefully, everybody will be feeling better and be able to join us next time. And I hope everybody has a good night. Take it easy, be safe, and drink heavy, drink hard. Have a good time with it. Just be careful. Right? You guys have any questions for me? Just PM me or post up in the thing. And yeah, keep those memes coming. Those memes make me laugh every morning when I roll over and see them all. But we'll see you soon. Take care.